Roland Martin out here blaming Latino voters and black men, everybody but the Democratic Party. Let me show you what he won't say, because his job depends on it.
Latino voters, we try to tell y'all asses that man, they give a damn about y'all, but the proximity to whiteness, oh my God, y'all were just loving y'all some, oh my God, I love how he hugs the flag. Oh my God, I love how he's an American. I love how he stands with us. We are all one. We are Latinos for Trump. We are Cubans for Trump. We love us some Senor Trump. We made songs and dances for Trump.
Tim Black's BS detector.
Tim Black's BS detector.
Tim Black's BS detector.
Yeah, it's funny about Roland. Roland on. He going after Latinos, right? Because a lot of Latinos didn't vote for Kamala. But check this out. It's border, like, it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me that Roland he can't even wrap in his Democratic shield brain that there's some Latinos that are legal, U.S. citizens, who can give a shit about what he's talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't worried about nothing. They more concerned about competing with people who can work a job for $5 an hour and drive down wages, or that are hurting their businesses because you got a business that does drywall work, and you want to get paid a decent amount for your business. You're trying to grow your small business that's legit. You pay taxes, and you got to compete against a bunch of guys that got to take $100 for a job that costs $2,000 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, Roland is so, I don't want to say racist, but he's such a Democratic Party tool. He's like the screwdriver, the hammer. Not the hammer. Hammers are very effective. He's like the box cutter. The only time you need a Roland is when you got to open up a box. Put it in the recycle bin. He's not going to help you build the house. You're not going to use it to tighten the boat that's going to, like, keep the sliding board from shifting. No, you need Roland when you want to break down boxes.
And Trump got in there and sending y'all asses out of here. Trump is sitting here lighting your asses up.
I don't think anybody who was here's the thing. This is why it's so pathetic. And there are people that love Roland that don't get it. People that are undocumented can't vote, at least they're not supposed to. So nobody who voted for Trump was undocumented. Unless he's right about you guys, you Democrats, trying to get undocumented illegal people to vote. Right? Because they can't. Right? So I don't even know what he's saying. Right? What's he saying?
Snatching your mamas and your daddies and your aunts and uncles and your cousins. Just jacking y'all up left and right.
Well, maybe they don't like their cousins and their uncles and their aunts and whoever it is. And once again, he's assuming that people that voted for Trump didn't know what Trump ran on. Trump ran on deporting motherfuckers. Yeah, you know something, man? I want this to be clear for people to understand this. A lot of people voted for Trump to do exactly what Trump is doing. They also wanted him to lower the price of groceries. I don't know how you're going to do it, but you need to get to it. Gas prices are down. And he's trying to end the wars. I don't know. Didn't he run on these things? But yeah, most people that voted for Trump kind of knew he was going to do a lot of deporting. But he still hasn't done as much as Obama, which has got to let you down, Roland, because I know how much you love Obama. You know what I'm saying? He didn't open up the gates like Biden did, which you never complained about, not once. Yeah, man. The fact that Roland says that he fights for black Americans, I don't know how y'all square that in your head like he's being honest. How could you possibly say that you advocate for black Americans when you didn't have anything to say when Biden left open the gates of hell? Folks, You can't tell me you advocate for Black Americans and you're not critical of the way our border policy has allowed us to compete against the globe in our own backyards. It's one thing to have to compete against the world when you put shit on the global stage, when you're going international with products. That's understandable. That's everybody. But when you got to compete against the whole world in your own country for jobs, and you are the most discriminated, marginalized group in the country, we got to compete against these. Not only do racist employers got to get over the fact they don't like Black people in general, they got stereotypical ideas about Black people to begin with, but now they got to decide not to hire somebody who they can pay give them bottle caps and a couple bus transfers and a bottle of water instead of giving them money or some shit. You know what I'm saying? What did Richard Pryor call it? That yang money? I'm trying to tell y'all, man.
We try to tell you, but no. Y'all was so adjacent to white that y'all wanted to line up with them MAGA fools.
What about Democrats? Yeah, see, I get your point here when you say that. There are some Latino Americans who are so adjacent to whiteness that they want to line up with MAGA fools. You don't think lining up with the Democrats is adjacent to whites? I'm really tired of this talking point. Roland, I'd love to have you come on the show and defend yourself. Yeah, man, I'm tired of talking about you. Just come on the show, man. Come on my show. Because I go on your show, you're going to cut my mic and all that other bullshit. Try to talk over me, start screaming like a little girl and stuff. I don't want that. We're going to be two men that had a conversation. Roland, what in your mind, what in your Democratic poison brain makes you think the Democratic Party is not a white organization? It's run by white people, and then a white organization. I don't know. Just because they give Roland a couple Scooby snacks and biscuit batter mix, they don't even bake the biscuits for you no more. They used to give him baked biscuits. Now they just give him the mix. Get this nigga. Take that nigga. Go cook it. Cook it yourself. Get out of here. Come to the back door. You don't even work for CNN anymore, Roland. Roland don't even work for CNN no more. They don't even let him in the front door. He kind of come around back and tap and then go back and sit in his car and they'll open the door and put the batter mix at the side, right outside on the step so you can come back and get it after they close the door. They don't even want to see him anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people, whether it's Roland Martin, Joy Reid, or Don Lemon, they don't understand. You're done. You're done. Mainstream corporate media are done with you. You are over. When's the last time you saw Melissa Harris Perry? Soledad O'Brien. These people are done, Johnson. When they get done with you, they break their toys. Tamron Hall's hanging on by a thread like this. Please, Lord Jesus, please, please. Please, 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 Lord, please, please, please. Please don't cancel. Don't cancel. Simone Sanders is doing everything she can do. She might end up having to go work at UFC. Do some blocking of FSL Football League or something. She got to do something. Because her and Michael Steele, they next. They next. They would get rid of Sharpton, but Sharpton, he a mold for the feds, so he probably going to turn state's evidence. That's why they keep Sharpton around. Back to my point. My point is this. Roland's full of shit. That's the point. Stop talking like the Democratic Party is not a white organization. It is. You sound crazy. Any Latinos in the house? I know you're looking at this guy. What is?
We tried to tell you. Chris Toller, director of the Black Voter Project, co-founder of Black Insights Research, joins us right now. Chris, always glad to have you on the show. So, Chris, ain't it amazing what happens when folks learn the hard lesson? What's that phrase? Hard head make for a soft ass? Are running the show. Now the thugs are running the show. And now these Latinos,
Roland looked like he got the itis. Man, you ain't supposed to do a video in the bed. He doing a show in the bed. He don't give a damn about his audience. Roland is literally sleeping. Roland Turkey Neck just ate a turkey. He just ate a fried turkey, and this Hispanic dude that's on the screen with him doesn't seem to have a problem with it. They both got the itis. Roland, you too easy to roast. Roast turkey Roland. Listen to this, man.
See, the problem with the polling, Chris, the problem with the polling is Latinos are grouped together.
You know what? The arrogance level of Roland Martin is off the hook. I blame black women. Yeah, I blame black women. Oh, I blame black women. Some of y'all black women must have told Roland that he was handsome. Because you know how y'all can be. Oh, you look cute today, Roland. Look at you in your grown-up suit. Look at you. Remember, he used to wear the Steve Harvey suits? Look at Roland in his grown-up suit. So y'all told him he was cute when, you shouldn't have done that. Then you told him he was smart. You should know how Roland, you know how black women can be so nurturing and warm. They can be. You know what I'm saying? Can be very nurturing and warm. Oh, look at you. You was smart. You was unique. He's like, I am. You is smart. Baby, you are smart. You just as good as anybody else. Don't listen to them when they call you midget, fat midget. Don't listen to that. Don't you listen to them talk about you. They wish they was you. You are the smartest person ever. I am. Because it then went to his head, man. I couldn't even imagine coming to do a show sleeping. The dude is horizontal in his chair, horizontally, and he is insulting all Latino people. He laying, not only is he insulting Latino people, he laying down while he doing it. Arriba! This will be some essays that come for him. And this dude, I don't even think he gonna clean it up for him, man. This ain't right.
Yeah.
So you really can't separate the white Latinos from the brown Latinos. See,
or the conservative Latinos, the new immigrants from the second, third generation immigrants. And even in this poll, the numbers are so few.
Man, all y'all that was saying Roland got a raw deal, y'all need to take that back right now. The level of arrogance and don't give a damn that's on display in this clip, biblical. Damn it, Johnson, look at him.
That it's very hard to say anything here beyond just these really large shifts that are taking place because, it's a sample of about 1,200 people, but when CNN reports the results, they still have to report.
We're talking about a survey of 1,200 people. This whole segment of him roasting all these Latinos is based on one poll of 1,200 people. And that's the thing about polls, guys. You got to know the sample size, when the poll was conducted. He don't give us none of that. When y'all do the poll? Who did the polling?
People of color together all as one, just because there's not enough numbers to actually dig into these things.
You been talking to any of these dumbass black men who voted for Trump? Do they have any second thoughts?
See, and look, a segment that has nothing to do with black people still gets back to us somehow. Somehow you have to shit on black men. Somehow you got to do it. You got to come. You got to drive. You haven't gone anywhere if you ain't circled by and stopped by Pop's house. Got to stop by Dad's house and tell Dad how he ain't shit. How he didn't do for you. Yeah, we always talk about people with mommy's issues. We never talk about people with daddy issues. Obviously, Roland has daddy issues. a segment about Latino Americans who voted almost identical to white men. White, hey, look, man, let's just be real. The only reason why there's even a category called Latino is because they wanted something to offset blacks. Because it all should be clumped into white. Really, it should. Let's just be white. White or black, that's it. But they needed a way to divide our power, to inoculate themselves against black Americans. So they want another group to pit against us. And they got to take a disparate group that includes people from all over the continent and put them in one thing to go up against us. To be to say, why aren't you doing what they're doing? Look at you. Couldn't do it with Asians because not enough Asians were crazy enough to leave the continent and come over here. All right. I think we're almost done. Let's see.
You know, I don't pay attention to that crowd too much these days, but I have been seeing some second thoughts, but more through contradiction than anything else. You know, a lot of voters who are very loud and outspoken are very stubborn, and so they're not going to outright say that they were wrong, but they are going to say, "Oh,
that's what your polling data shows you, Mr. Polling Data guy." I didn't think polls could tell you that. Was that a polling question? No, it sounds like you're pulling stuff out your ass there, Enrique. Yeah, it sounds like Rick Fox is pulling shit out. He just pulling shit out his ass. He just saying whatever to make Roland go back to sleep.
oh, well, now we're not getting this," or "what happened to reparations," or "these things that we thought were going to happen. Oh, we're going to get another stimulus check." So this.
What is this a brother? Is this guy a brother? Is this guy a brother? I'd like to know, is this a black man? He just said black people thought they was going to get reparations out of Trump. I've never heard anybody black say that shit. Trump did not run on no such thing at all. Trump didn't run on reparations. He didn't run on stimulus checks. Yeah, that right there is disrespectful. I don't know the ethnicity of this guy Troller, Chris Charler. Where you grew up, man? Where your mama at? Where your daddy from? Where your mama from? Because this don't sound right. Why would you want to say some phony, bogus shit like that? But let's be clear, guys. A lot of black Americans didn't vote. Let's be very clear about that. Let's understand how this shit work. A lot of people were not excited about Kamala or Trump. They didn't vote. Half of America don't vote anyway. Half of America does not vote. But to say the black Americans, the 10, the 14, 13% of black men that voted for Trump, 13, 14, I forget what the number is. I think maybe the number is as high as 20. I don't know. Not sure exactly. But you said that they voted thinking they get reparations or a stimulus check. Now maybe they just wanted immigration to kick in. And maybe they just thought that Trump had better policies than Kamala. Is it possible that people could actually think that? I mean, it's possible. But since you black, you can't vote based on policy. You just gotta go vote on a D. You can't vote based on the policy and how it impacts your bottom line. I mean, it's gotta be some black Americans that wanted tax breaks. There's gotta be some black Americans that are in tax brackets that wanted tax breaks. Isn't that alone by itself an incentive for some black Americans? I'm not saying they should, but wouldn't that be an incentive like it would be for some white Americans to vote for the Republican candidate on that alone, if they're in that tax bracket, where they will be helped or benefited by that? I mean, right now in New York, if you make over $1 million, you might not have won it, ma'am, Donnie, because he's talking about increasing your taxes. Does that mean you don't love your mother and that you want a stimulus check. See, this is really reductive, and this is what they do, and I find it, folks, what they do is they diminish our capacity to make our own decisions by shaming us and grouping us into a small pigeonhole of what we're supposed to do. Folks, you can do whatever you want to do with your vote. My thing is, let's make sure you get something for it. Something more than, I'm with her. That doesn't help your kids, your parents, your life, your mortgage, nothing. She know how to make collard greens in the tub. That had nothing to do with anything for you in your life that's going to make your life better. First of all, it's disgusting. That's something you should never advocate for. People talked about Trump making jokes about shining light to kill bacteria and COVID. No one talked about Kamala threatening to kill people with bacteria. Kamala wanted people to wash their collards in their tubs where their butts were. This guy's full of it. No wonder why he comes on this show.
The same old kind of talking lines, but it's very clear that there is some sense of buyer's remorse for a lot of these people from underrepresented communities that were throwing their support behind this administration.
Tim Black's BS detector.
Tim Black's BS detector.
People that listen to CNN or MSNBC or whatever, MS Now, NPR, any of these liberal news organizations, or maybe they are crazy enough to listen to some of these whiny-ass little white boys that call themselves progressives or liberals online. Jesus Christ, I don't know why. I don't know what grown person would. Black, white, Latino, Asian, Native American. I don't understand. Why somebody like Harry Sisson or whatever his name is, like, why would you... Anyway, the point is, there are reasons why people did things, right? And they don't want you to have agency over your own vote. That's my problem with these folks. They want us to be in a herd mentality where we do whatever we're programmed to do. Folks, do what's in your best interest. My job is not to make you a Republican or a Democrat. My job is to make you a free thinker. My job is to support. I support and provide content for people that are independent thinkers. If that's something that you become, or if you already are or are interested in, then this may be a good place for you. Because I'm not going to defend Republicans or Democrats. I come from a group of people who 90% of the time in the last 50 years have voted Democrat if they voted, without even looking to see who over there. I think that's a bad strategy. That's it. That's all. And if you're gonna do that, at least make demands of them so you get a good deal. Only a person like Roland would make that seem illogical. Crazy. That he gotta run and get his iPad to come back with some fabricated nonsense to lie to you to try to scare you. We negotiate we negotiate. We're taught to negotiate everything. Negotiate your salaries. Negotiate your prices when you purchase a car. Negotiate your finance rate. They don't want you to negotiate who you elect. They don't want you to negotiate which candidate you support. Anytime people tell you that negotiating is crazy, you got to question the person who's telling you that and decide for yourself if they're working for you or if they're working for the business. When you go to Vegas, the dealer works for the house.
My neck. I don't give a damn what you say about. I don't give a damn what you say about my weight. I don't give a damn what you say about my neck. I don't give a damn what you say about my hairline. I don't give a damn about none of that. And the reason I don't give a damn about none of that, because none of that shit matters. See, I am speaking to and addressing and confronting larger issues at play.
Roland, why are you against Black Americans making demands of the Democratic Party? Since when did that become a bad thing for Black America? white Americans make demands. Why can't we? I love to hear his response. I mean, we know why. We know why. Because he's the assistant manager of the rakes in the shovel section at Home Depot of the Democratic Party. So he that's way past his pay grade. His job is to sell some more rakes. And look, the highest price one at that. Catch me live tonight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The most dangerous political show in America. Pull up.